Hi, welcome to Integrated Science. I'm Mrs. Gehan, and you can reach me at annie.gehan@elpsk12.org, phone number 860-739-6946, extension 3102.
And I am Victoria Thompson. My email address is victoria.thompson. There is no P in my last name, THOMSON, @elpsk12.org. And my phone number is the same as Annie's, but my extension is 3103.
And I'm Rachel Mothy. My email is rachel.mothy@elpsk12.org. And my extension is 2230. If you didn't pick up on the pattern, all teachers are going to be first dot last name @elpsk12.org. And then we each have our own extension. For the outline of the content for integrated science, we have 4 major units of study. Right now we are in unit 1, which is chemistry. So ask your students about what we're learning to see that we're learning about the periodic table, we're learning about bonding, we're modeling atoms. The second unit is going to be space and the origin of the universe. So we get to talk about really cool things in space, how stars are created, what happens to stars when they die, and how that impacts us and the creation of elements. The third unit is Earth history. So we're going to learn how the Earth has changed over time and how it continues to change. And then the fourth unit is human sustainability. So we're going to learn how humans impact the Earth and what we can do about it.
So some of our class goals, especially for freshmen in science, is to get them set up to be successful for the rest of their years in high school in science specifically. We focus on learning and applying the content knowledge here. So for chemistry, for example, we'll focus on the first 20 elements so that they have familiarity with the periodic table, some general trends, and so it's not entirely new to them once they take chemistry later. We work on note-taking and study skills. We work on how to analyze data. We work on research skills, planning and designing investigations, and we also work on communication. So science has no power unless we're able to effectively communicate our ideas orally and in writing.
So this year we are teaching in a hybrid model, and you may have noticed or seen students receive a weekly learning task sheet on Monday. It's available online as well, and it shows what we're doing in class and at home portions. If you have not seen it, please take a look here for an example. This is going to be found on their Google Classroom, and we have started the year by printing them out and giving them to students to help them plan their week. The beginning of our chart starts with some objectives, the vocabulary for the week, and the skills. You'll also notice that there is a due date. It's always going to be on Friday of that week. Then the task chart shows the number of tasks for the students for the week. Right here, you're only seeing a portion of them. There's 3, and you see the name of the task, where they're learning, and that's the information we're giving them. Now they are responsible for writing down the day and the time that they will be completing that task, the resources that they need, and then you can see the directions in that last column.
Along with that weekly learning task, all of their assignments are posted in Google Classroom, and they're turning in everything on Google Classroom. So every learning task has a number associated with it. Each learning task on the chart has a Google Classroom post also associated with it. So once they finish the task, they can turn it in on Google Classroom and keep track of it that way. The due date is always on top of the weekly learning task, and it is also in every assignment on Google Classroom. So if you go to the to-do list on Google Classroom, you can see the due dates, and students will get notified as the due date is coming near. For our assignments, for our task sheets, for everything we're doing in class and at home, we are using a combination of notes, videos, readings, practice problems, and lab activities. For now, those lab activities are going to be simple at-home labs or online simulations. So you might have noticed your student melting ice cubes in water. That was one of our labs that we did. We hope to do other simple ones at home as well. And if we can't do them easily at home, we'll do them from an online simulation.
Okay, so lastly, we're just going to show you how Google Classroom is organized. So in this model, there's 2 tabs that you should pay attention to. Google is by default going to be open to the Stream tab. The Stream tab is where we're going to be posting class reminders, and it's a place for students to ask questions. Questions can be posted privately to just me or to everyone. I'm going to quickly show you both of these tabs after I go over them. The classwork tab is the tab where all of the individual tasks are posted. This contains the topic for the week. So we have topics for Zoom links, topics for important information, and then the weekly learning tasks. Each topic is associated with a week. This is where students will be submitting their work. So if I look at this classwork tab example, here at the top it says classwork. And so I can see for week 5 that this is the weekly learning task chart. That's why it's a material post. It has a little bookmark there. It will not have a due date associated with it. However, all of the other tasks for this week are categorized as coursework or participation, and their due date is also visible for you to see. To the left-hand side of this, which is not visible in the moment, is you will be able to see the topics listed there. So if I wanted to go back to week 1, I could just click on week 1 and then see the tasks associated with that week.
For a quick note, I'm putting on my something, sorry. If you're looking over your student's shoulder, if they've turned it in, that icon with the clipboard will turn a light gray. So that's colored or dark when it's not done, and then when it's done, it turns light gray.
Yes. And if you have a teenager that likes to maybe bypass completing something thoroughly, they might just click that they are marking these things as done, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the work within the task is complete. So if you have a child that needs a little bit more support, make sure that you're still clicking on that task and then looking to see that they've actually edited the document or uploaded whatever's requested by the teacher. And then this is the Stream tab. So this Stream tab is the default, and you'll be able to see that if they were to log on from a computer or laptop, they would be able to see what's coming up and as far as that week and what is due. And then I also usually keep my block there and then my email at the top. So this is just a way for you to be able to navigate what we are using. And we are really excited to be able to educate our children and get to see them in person, even if it's just for a little bit. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.